What's up YouTube, and specifically all of the ladies watching this video, as this is a supplementary video to my wedding prep free nutritional and workout plan, which I'll leave a link to in the description down below to that video where you can download it for free. And all I ask is that you just share it around because I want this to impact as many people as possible and change as many lives as possible. So what this video is going to be is a voiceover of all the exercises that are in that program so that you can go into the gym, one, knowing how to do them and not feeling scared, and two, know how to do them correctly and most importantly safely. You're not going to have the best form to start with, you're a beginner, but that's understandable. But what we want to focus on here is that you just don't get injured. So you can continue with your plan, really enjoy your time changing your body, enjoy the journey, and have that amazing transformation that's going to hook you to fitness for life. So stay tuned, thanks for watching, peace. Okay, boys and girls, thanks for joining into this. I'm going to voice over these exercises and we're going to start with the 3 compound lifts. That's squats, deadlifts and bench press, because these are the most important lifts to do. So as you saw there, I started off with bodyweight squats. If you can't quite do these yet, then grab a chair and get as low as possible. Just get the synovial fluid in your joints flowing, i.e. so it doesn't hurt you as much. Doesn't hurt your knees when you're getting down. Okay, so we're going to move on using a bar. Girls, I know this may be difficult, but pick it up, try it, get used to it. It doesn't actually hurt. So what you need to focus on here is as you get yourself under the bar, make sure you're in the center and make sure that your shoulders are pulled back and it will squeeze up the muscle behind your neck, called your traps, that will act as like a cushion for the bar to go on so that it doesn't sit on your neck, on the bone, which would be quite painful. Okay, so the key thing here is tighten up your core and just go as low as possible. So you're seeing here, I'm going well below parallel to the floor, and just now Millie is showing you a really good way to set up. So you get your hands level on the sides, left and right, equal distance from the middle, and then you step under the bar, keeping your eye on the middle of the bar, so that you are central when you pick it up, so you're not wonky. So you're going to squeeze your shoulders together and you're going to squat down low. So you can see here her back is nice and flat and she's got a nice tight core. Now we can also see how deep she's squatting. I don't really want you going any less deep than this because this is a great range of motion, unless you are injured, but please get in contact with me if that is the case. But you see there, she went well under the parallel lift. Onto deadlifts now. So key thing here is have your hands slightly wider than shoulder width or wherever's comfortable, and I'd recommend, as you can see around her thumb and finger, that you grip your thumb over your first finger. It'll help you have a strong grip. Now there's a couple of different deadlifting forms, and it doesn't really matter which one you use as long as you're safe. Now here you can see that Millie is bending her legs quite a lot to pick the bar up. I don't personally do that, so that first rep was very much like Millie's, and then these second ones, you can see I've got a much less bend in my knees. This is almost straight legs, which is okay, because if you have a look at my back, it's still very straight. So these are all different types of deadlift that are acceptable. Just keep the base of your back straight. Now, do not do this, okay? I don't want any of this throwing the bar around, thrusting your hips forward, none of your back bent. Retract your shoulders and stay nice and strong. Okay, now onto the bench press. So you're going to lie down on the bench. We're going to make sure the bar goes all the way down, touches your chest, and full range all the way back up. So now I'm showing you here that again you have equal distance from the center. So again, use the markings as they are designed to be symmetrical, and then have a nice controlled descent, touch the chest and explode to the top. And that's about it. Bench press is quite a simple movement. Right, leg extensions. These machines all have different settings, so make sure that you're sitting far enough, that the backrest is far enough forward so that your knees come just slightly over the edge. Set a weight that is comfortable for you, put the pad on your shins and kick up really high, okay, all the way to the top and back down. Leg press, same again, make sure you're comfortable. Put the you may have to adjust the pad so that it's not on your feet. You want it preferably just above your ankle. You can get these as seated leg curls or lying leg curls. But the key thing here is maximize the range of motion. So you can see here Millie is going all the way and touching her bum, and then controlling the weight on the way back down to full extension, and then exploding up. Next, hip thrusts. So you can either use a mat or a pussy pad or a squat pad as they're called to prevent pain on the hips from the bar, like from it digging in. So roll over, and a key tip here, the bigger the weight, so if you're using 20 kilos, the easier it is to get up. So you're going to sit with your back against a bench, like Millie is, and then hoist yourself up using your elbows, and then you're going to push up and squeeze the glutes. You can see how much Millie's glute is contracting here, and you're going to really squeeze up high and go past straight or parallel to the floor. Now, calf raises. We're going to take these nice and slow. Go as low as you can, go as high as you can, and then squeeze a little bit more. Like, just get that tiny bit of extra rep, but control it, because I did this a couple of weeks back and got injured because I was bouncing too quickly. So really take care with calf raises, but get the squeeze and the burn and just keep repping them out. You can see here that Millie is going a little bit faster and even going onto one leg, but she's doing it controlled. She's not bouncing around, which is what you're about to see, just with no control, no real caution for what's going on. Anyway, next, bent over rows. So pick the bar up just as you would a deadlift, keeping the base of your back flat. Pull the bar all the way up to touch the chest. It doesn't matter if it comes into your hips or not, but as you can see there, do not just throw the bar around like you're messing about. Now, Millie here is showing a great example of the minimum acceptability of what you should be doing there. So you can really pull up, use a little bit of momentum, but keep good form, keep your back straight, and don't cheat yourself. If you can't do that weight, drop it, but don't be afraid to push yourself. Now, pull-ups and chin-ups. Just jump in, do as many pull-ups as you can, then as many chin-ups as you can, and then go to the assisted pull-ups as being shown now, or the lat pull-down machine. Push yourself with these, okay? Guaranteed, they're really, really difficult to start with, but you will build up to be able to do a few more. So make sure that you go from full lockout to chin over the bar, and then don't, when you're on the lat pull down, please just don't throw the bar around and don't use the momentum of your body. Stay nice and controlled and use the muscle you're trying to target. So rear delt flies. Focus on keeping your chest on the bench and bring up your arms as high as possible. It's okay to have a slight bend, but here Millie is demonstrating on what you probably should try not to do, which is don't try and throw your chest off of the bench because it's too heavy. Alternatively, you could use the rear delt fly machine, which is the same as the chest press machine in some gyms. Just like I'm showing you here, you readjust it, set up, and then your chest stays nice and locked against the chest rest, and then you just take it nice and slow, but really squeeze at the top and control this movement down. Next, seated dumbbell shoulder press. So hoist the weights up with your knees to get them up to your shoulders, and then aim for full range, i.e. touching your shoulders each rep. As long as you're going a bare minimum of 90 degrees, it's good. You can use the backrest like I do. You don't have to, like Millie doesn't. It's fine either way. Just keep your body nice and tight, control yourself, and just don't drop the weight on you because it will hurt. So this is a good range that you want from shoulder to top, and then join the weights together at the top. And it's also acceptable to go to 90 degrees, but if you can get that full range of motion, do it. Now, cable flies, I thought I would show you how to set this up, as some gyms and some people find it quite difficult on how to do this for the first time. So you raise up the cable to however high you want it, you set the weight to however much you want it, you attach the right handles that you want to use, grab both of them, step forward, and you bring your arms together. Now at the top, really stretch out your chest and squeeze the hands together, and then squeeze, once your hands are together, then squeeze the shoulders together a little bit more, just to get that inner pec squeeze. Now Millie here is demonstrating what I like, which is fantastic, because she's really trying to push herself. You can see she's not finding this easy, but it's on the limit where she has still good form, but it's as heavy as she can go without affecting that. Alternatively, you can use the chest fly machine. I'd recommend mixing these up because it's quite fun. But again, a nice squeeze at the top and then control on the way back down. Dips. Yeah, try and use full range. Honestly, these are quite self-explanatory. You're going to be going forwards. See, I go a little bit deeper than Millie does, but that's because I've got slightly more flexible shoulders. Alternatively, use the assisted dips machines, which often have adjustable handles for width to find which is comfier for you. Most of them, I have found that you want to put it on the thinnest setting. Then you set the weight you want to reduce. On you get, and up and down. Just please ensure that full range of motion, especially on assisted machines. Stay nice and controlled and don't cheat yourself. Don't go too quickly. Now, lateral raise. I am being very controlled here so that you can copy me and not get injured. Now, Millie here is showing you what is the boundary of acceptability in terms of cheating a little bit to go for a slightly higher weight, but do not do the 2 reps that I just showed you there. Now, push-ups and press-ups. Chest to floor and all the way back up. I've got a tutorial, please don't go halfway. I've got a tutorial video already for these that'll be linked in the description. As with these hanging leg raises, these are just a couple of variations I'm throwing in for you so you can have a quick look at how to do them. But the full video again is in the description. And that is how you do every single exercise in the program. So now you can go into the gym with the knowledge of how to do everything safely. Please go and download the program, try it out. If you like the fact that I'm putting in all this effort for free just to help you guys, please leave a thumbs up. It really helps. Share the video so that this can affect as many people as possible, and comment down below when you're going to start. Please take me up on my offer to get in contact with me if at any point you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Peace.